I'm Erik from Sweden, and this is my instrument. It's the Swedish nyckelharpa.
Nyckelharpa. Wow.
So it's like a violin, but I have 4 strings for the bow, and then I have 12 sympathetic strings. And I press the notes with these wooden pieces, like the hurdy-gurdy. So this is how I make the different notes. So it's and the key has a peg that hits the string. So. On this festival I have been playing with a Norwegian guy who plays also a very strange violin. He plays a hardanger fiddle, which is like a violin with also sympathetic strings. So then we play mainly traditional music from Scandinavia, from Sweden and Norway. But some other times I do other things. I play with a band called Nordic, and we do our own contemporary folk music from Sweden.
And tell me about the nyckelharpa. How old is the instrument?
Well, the instrument has very old origin from the medieval times. It's been played in Sweden since 1500 or 1600, yeah. And we know this because of church paintings in churches close to Stockholm.
Okay.
But actually the old instruments were very different. They didn't have these sympathetic strings, and they had only a few of these keys, so it was more of a drone instrument. You played in C major key, that's it. So the change of the instrument has been many through the years, and this last one is to turn it into a chromatic melody instrument, and this happened 100 years ago only. So it's actually, in my opinion, it's also a very new instrument. Because now you have it chromatic and you can do whatever with it.
But is this newly made, or
yeah, this is just
how did you get this instrument?
This is 5 years old, this instrument. Okay. And I think they don't get better with age. So it's not like the violins to have a violin from 1800. I mean, with this it's probably better to have one 5-year-old.
Okay.
Because it's the top of the instrument gets down after years and this.
Okay.
So yeah, it's an instrument. It's a nice.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Why did you wanted to play nyckelharpa?
Actually, it was a coincidence. I played the violin for many years, and then I got problems with my neck holding it, so I stopped. And then this is kind of the same thing. I have the bow and just pushing notes. I mean, it's the same idea. It's just a little bit different. So in a way, I just use the same technique, and I put it into a new instrument, which I don't get injured from. So, and after, I mean, yeah, and then I like. I mean, I think it looks quite funny in a way. It looks interesting. You want to discover what can you do with this, I think.
And what did you discover in the time you played?
Well, I discovered a lot of things. I mean, for example, it's interesting this. You can play kind of baroque things. This.
And if you do like experimental things, what do you do?
Experimental things. mean, you can do all these kinds of. Then you can. This my newest thing is actually the I call it the nyckelharpa sarangi thing. It's my.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is I never heard this on nyckelharpa before. The glissando like
Yeah.
this, and I think this is an instrument that is kind of it's too much. It's so many things keep on to discover. I think. I mean also this kind of rock thing. Sort of things.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting because it's just these pieces to hit.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And,